I'm finally going to be able to talk to you guys about this. It's Royal Tobacco from Amouage. I've had this fragrance for over a month, and I finally was able to sit down and talk to Cecile Zarokian. So not only am I going to review this for you, although my review will be fairly short, because I have about a half-hour chat with Cecile Zarokian on Zoom all about Royal Tobacco plus a few other Amouage fragrances. So if you're curious to learn about Royal Tobacco, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian. Yes, today I'm talking about Royal Tobacco from Amouage. It's the 14th library collection, Opus library collection fragrance, and it's created by Cecile Zarokian. If you recall, Cecile Zarokian created Silver Oud last year, and this year from the same collection she does this Royal Tobacco. So why don't we cut to our chat with Cecile. It's a long video, but we're chatting a lot about the creation of this fragrance and her involvement with Amouage with some other fragrances, including Silver Oud. Then come back and then watch me finalize my thoughts on Royal Tobacco. So, Cecile, tell me, how are you doing today?
Good, very good, thank you. I had a really good summer break. It was good to have some time to spend, to have some holidays to spend some time with my family. That's good.
Good. Good, yeah. Now you're back to work. It's the end of August, so
yeah, back to work Thursday, actually.
Keeping busy with creating perfumes?
Yes, a lot of things to catch up, but it's good news. So yeah, I'm happy to be back.
Oh, good. So how many fragrances have you created for Amouage so far?
Let me count.
I'm putting you on the spot.
I think 7, if I'm not mistaken. I think, yeah, the 4 Tars, Mateo, Silver Oud, and Royal Tobacco. Yeah.
And what about Epic?
And Epic 56. Yeah.
Okay.
And Epic.
The original Epic.
So, yes. So, yeah, that's...
So quite a bit.
Yes, 9 now.
Yeah. So how did you get involved in the creation of Royal Tobacco?
So Renaud, the creative director of Amouage, came to me to see. I mean, he wanted to work on a tobacco fragrance, and he wanted to explore, let's say, tobacco in the context of Amouage, a real tobacco. It might sound weird, but actually, if you take a look at the market and the tobacco fragrances, most of the time we thought that it was not really about tobacco, but about more the honey, sweet, liquor-like, and a bit leathery fragrances, if you see what I mean.
Yeah. So you pay tribute to the tobacco? Is it the leaf? Or is it the smoked tobacco, or is it?
Well, it's the whole idea was to really focus on tobacco. So indeed the leaves, but also, let's say, not necessarily what it's smelling when it's burning, but like the effect or the atmosphere that you can have, like having something smoky that you can really picture the curse of the smoke. Okay. And we, I mean, Renaud had this very specific memory from his childhood, and it was about a box that I don't have with me right now, but and I studied many cigars, because you have many different kind of cigars. You know, some of them are more honey, some of them are more animalic, and when you put them in the box, then you empty it, the scents stay for quite a long time, and. Wow. Yeah, this idea was to kind of recreate this childhood memory and to have a different take on tobacco, to really focus on that, and in a specific way to, let's say, unite Oman through the frankincense and tuba and the tobacco, and through smoke.
Oh wow!
Along this parallel, that's the special bond or connection that you can have between Cuba, that is so famous for his cigars and the tobacco, and Oman, that is well known for its frankincense. So that was kind of the main idea, the starting point.
So the requirement was to use frankincense in this fragrance.
Well, no, it was not. No, actually, it was not a requirement. It was kind of top of mind, let's say.
Okay.
Because of our discussion, and we were brainstorming together. It was kind of an evidence. Not evidence. That's a false. C'est évidence en français, but it was like kind of obvious. Yeah.
Obvious. Okay.
Yeah. That's the thing. And the idea was to imagine the burning of a cigar. So from top to the end, you have different kind of notes. And you can also have different, you can picture the smoke that is coming from the cigar, and to work on this very different notes and contrasts between, let's say, more smoky notes that are kind of obvious, like, okay, you have the smoke, you have the warmness of the burn of the cigar, but also the cold notes that you found in the very beginning, and to play with to this contrast also with the different ingredients, like playing with the frankincense, the resinoid, for example, that has more this warmness, this smokiness, compared to the oil that is more vibrant, vertical, citrusy, sparkling, and to really picture all this.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I haven't smelled it yet. We're going to smell on camera, but how long does a fragrance take for you to create? Like, how long was this taking, this process? Did it take like years, or a year, or months?
I think it was more or less almost a year, a bit less, I think, but it was, more or less kind of that.
So did you know that you were going to be making a fragrance for the revamped library collection, Opus collection? Did you know that it was for that? Yeah, you did.
Yes, because the library collection, as you must know, is a territory where you can explore daring and bold fragrances, and so that's why this idea to work on royal tobacco was in this context also of the library collection, and also because you know that it's based on knowledge, and there's this story also that I don't know if you have seen it already, but the thing is, in Cuban factories, there was the story of a lector, and it was someone that was there to read books to the workers that were rolling the cigars, and all the books actually that were, for example, books from Monte Cristo. Romeo and Juliet, and that's why also you have these names for the cigars, the famous cigars, Monte Cristo and Romeo and Juliet, and because it was a way to educate, so there was no radio because it's Cuba, but it was a way to entertain and educate the workers while they were rolling the tobacco leaves all day.
Oh wow! Cool.
Really, it's really interesting to see this, let's say, initiative and priority on knowledge out there.
Cool. Yeah. So, do you consider this more of like an ambery tobacco or a leathery tobacco? Is it sweet? Is it resinous? Smoky?
It's exactly all you said.
All of those. Okay.
Yes, it's also, I don't, did you say spicy also? Because I would add maybe spicy.
I didn't, but I was going to get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's really woody, it's leathery, it's ambery also in a way. It's spicy, and it's also, you have this aromatic notes on top, whole notes. Citrus notes.
Okay.
But
So
maybe you
shall
will
we
tell
open
me.
it up and see and smell?
Sorry.
All right. So this is your second library collection fragrance. You did Silver Oud 2 years ago, right?
1 year ago, actually. Exactly.
It's just been 1 year. Okay.
Yeah.
Time flies. I feel like it's been 2 years. We've gone through a lot.
But also, actually, it was not meant to be for Silver Oud. It was not meant to be in the library collection. It was supposed to be just an Harrods exclusive, actually.
Oh wow!
But
how cool is that?
Yeah, since it was that successful, I mean, it was sold out in 2 months. And since everybody was asking for it, and so that's why then we thought about having a way for Silver Oud to join the library collection.
Okay.
So,
but originally it was not supposed to be in the library collection.
No, let's say it's a good error or mistake.
It's a good mistake, yeah.
Yeah.
So I have the original bottle here. It's quite animalic, but it's also very, very complex. You seem to like to create complex fragrances, layers and layers of notes, which this seems to have as well.
You will tell me about Royal Tobacco. But for Silver Oud, it's very animalic. It's really about oud, but that was also one way to work on an oud, but that could be more, let's say, accessible for people that are not that familiar to oud with, let's say, this vanilla, this resinous, ambery notes that will kind of tame the powerness and the animalicness of the oud. That was the idea behind the Silver Oud.
Was Silver Oud only oud, or is there like other animalic notes? Like I think there was castoreum.
Yeah. There are more other animalic notes and other leathery notes that are a bit also animalic. So yeah, sure, definitely.
So the sweetness tones down the animalic roughness.
Yeah, that was kind of the point, to find this balance, so you will have this contrast between something strong, powerful, animalic, leathery, smoky, but in a way, when it's settled down a little, you have this balsamic notes from the vanilla, this ambery kind of sweetness that will kind of tame it. That's the idea.
Yeah. Okay. And you also did the attars this year. And how many attars are there?
So 3 from the main collection. So it's Rosa Core.
Okay.
So a rose, saffron hamara, and an oud Ulia, and one Harrods exclusive that is called Leather Sada.
Oh, okay. There isn't Harrods exclusive then.
Another one for the attar. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So I've got the box open. Let's go ahead and smell it. I have not smelled this yet. I've been dying to smell it, and we've been trying to arrange this, 3 weeks now?
Yes.
So I've held on to this unopened for a long time. Here it is. And I'm just going to go right in and spray it on because I'm not wearing any perfume. It's 10 a.m. in the morning. I'm going to go with several sprays. Ooh. Immediately, it's pretty aromatic. I'm getting something herbal.
Exactly. Yeah. Totally.
What is that?
So you have these aromatic notes that are coming from the lavender, and you have also basil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can also find, let's say, some aromaticness from the Elemi resin, a bit citrusy, sparkling, peppery, maybe.
Is that generally how Elemi is? A bit citrusy, sparkling?
For me, Elemi, I would say it's a bit lemony, a bit citrusy, peppery, resinous. And for me, the oil, it really reminds me of the smell of I think it's the same word. Sorry, no. Sauna is come on. the steam room, you know, but not the humid one.
Sauna.
Yeah, it's the same
sauna,
one.
Yeah.
Sauna. Yeah.
This is nice. Sauna. This is really, really nice. I thought it was going to be right now I'm dealing with the aromatics. It's very bright. Is it eventually going to get very dense and dark in the end?
Well, it's really the top notes. So, you know, it fades away quite quickly. I forgot also to mention, because it's that obvious, the anise.
Oh, I love anise. I grew up drinking it as a baby.
So yes,
it's good for your tummy.
So you have this aromatic notes from the lavender, from the basil, from the cardamom, the elemi, anise, and you have also a bit of cardamom. But it's really the top notes, this coldness, this sparkling notes, something that is really vertical and vibrant that you have on top.
Very vibrant.
Then you will dive more and more into something else.
Wow. There's a little booziness too. And usually when I smell anise, I get boozy, like liqueur.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. It's interesting because when I first sprayed it, I got the aromatics. It was very herbal. You mentioned lavender, you mentioned basil. But along with those, I also got rough smokiness. I don't know where I got that from, but I think there is frankincense there too.
Yeah. No. And that's the thing.
Notes?
Starting. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Because again, the idea was to have this kind of, you know, you have this complex evolution of the burning of the cigar that you will, and the same way, you will have this complex evolution from top notes to base notes for the fragrance. And in the middle, I didn't mention them, but you will, I don't know if you can smell them. Do you smell some fruity facets, but not that many fruits? There is one in particular, let's say, because I wanted
I'm getting
to have
dried fruits.
Exactly. So that's it's an accord called Prunol, because it's meaning dried plum, kind of.
Okay.
That's the idea. Yeah, that's the idea, to have a dry plum, and because I wanted to have this fruity facet, but not, you know, in a let's say sweet or maybe juicy notes as a fruit note, but something because you have really this dry fruit notes that you can smell on the tobacco leaves, and almost also close to some let's say nuts in general, walnuts also. Yeah, that you have in combination with this fruity dry plum notes.
Wow, it's beautiful. I'm getting lots of licorice.
And that's one of the other.
This is one of my favorite treats to eat, licorice, and I love anise. So this is like an anise licorice bomb. At least that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, it's really, you know, you have the licorice that is melting with the frankincense to, let's say, kind of evoke some sweetness. Because it's not that sweet, because I didn't think about licorice in a sweet way, but more like what we call licorice root, you know? Because you have this woody molasses aspects, and not, you know, not the roll, for example. Or
did you say molasses? Molasses?
Yes. Yeah, sorry for my French.
Oh, it's okay. Just wanted to make sure.
How do you say it? Molasses? Molasses, yeah. That was the idea, and this woodiness, you know, from the licorice root. And that was a way for me to have this sweetness, but only suggested, because it's kind of recalled by childhood memories. You know, I mean, when I was, I don't know if you choose some when you were little. For me, for example, I had, you know, the licorice root. You use them when you want to avoid to
chew your nails.
Yes,
bite
exactly.
your nails.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's this idea, this smell of the licorice root that I wanted to express.
It's very green.
Yeah, you have the green notes from the top notes that we evoked before, from the lavender, the basil, the anise also. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, it's delicious. Anise, licorice, a little fruity, plummy.
Yeah. The fenugreek for the spices. Do you know fenugreek?
I do. I don't use it, but I think that also has a little bit of a licorice greenness to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, again, it's a bit anise, but it's a bit, it's really spicy too, and a bit nutty.
Okay. Yeah.
And then, of course, I'm not sure you can smell them already, but you will have all this more these warmer notes, these resins, balsams that will more and more through time develop.
Yeah. Wow, this is delicious. So we are going to get more ambery. It's going to get a little smoky and vanillic. And then, of course, some woods will appear as well in the dry down.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
You have the Peru balsam.
Peru balsam. Okay.
A little bit of benzoin, a little bit of tonka bean, all this, resinous, balsamic notes along with the woods.
Yeah, because I'm still living in the top and heart notes right now. They're kind of like blending together. It hasn't gotten dense and dark yet, but it's slowly, I think. Yeah, delicious. Yeah. It's nice.
It will get darker.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you, Sebastian.
So I'm going to be at Neiman Marcus here in San Francisco on the 10th, working with Amouage to, launch this fragrance there. If you guys wanted to stop by and meet me and smell the new Amouage Royal Tobacco from the Opus collection, please stop in. But other than that, Cecile, thank you so much for doing this video with me.
Thank you, Sebastian.
We finally did it after 3 weeks.
Yeah, we did
it. So hopefully I'll see you in France. Are you going to the shows? Are you going to PT?
Yes, of the PT. No, I don't think so. But Cannes, TF de Bonne definitely.
Okay, I'll be there.
And let me know your thoughts after a while when you wear it, because I think it's quite vertical and let me know your thoughts about the performance and the siege that you
okay have. Cool. I'll spray a bunch on after we stop recording.
If I may, because do you remember that you actually smell it a little bit in avant-première?
I did smell it on you in Miami, but I think it was at the later stages. I didn't get this brightness. Exactly. It was a lot more ambery and dense and balsamic off of you.
No, so that's why it's interesting to have your point of view when you are wearing it and from from those first sprays. So that's why I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback.
Cool. Yeah, I will. I'll do a video on it and I'll get that launched soon. Stay tuned for that. And I'll send you a link. But I appreciate you doing this. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah, see you soon, Sebastian. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Thanks so much for watching that video. I know it was long, but I hope you enjoyed the discussion. We spoke a lot about this particular fragrance, Royal Tobacco, and a lot of other Amouage fragrances that she's created as well. It took a little while for me to get the whole planning done to connect with Cecile. If you've been following me, I actually posted a photo with her and I back in, I think it was late June, early July, when I met her at the World Perfumery Congress. And she was actually wearing this fragrance, and I was very excited about it. Because I had heard about this fragrance from Neiman Marcus here, from the rep for Amouage, and they mentioned it was coming, and I knew about it, so I was anticipating this particular fragrance, and finally I smelled it on her at the end of July, at the end of June, early July, and then of course now it's here. So before I talk to you a little bit about this fragrance, I'm also going to be helping Amouage team over at Neiman Marcus here in San Francisco with their debut of this particular fragrance. You can come and meet me at Neiman Marcus and let me show you Royal Tobacco on September 10th. It'll be 2 days before I leave to Europe. So if you're around or you're nearby, stop by to smell Royal Tobacco. But here are my thoughts about Royal Tobacco. So if you recall, in the video I was mentioning a lot of green and aromatics and also the anise licorice thing. So for me, the fragrance really shines in the top and the heart notes. This is when I really love the fragrance. And whatever kind of tobacco I get from this, there is a little bit of an ashiness, but lots of leafiness as well. The overall fragrance is an amber, especially when it's drying down. It becomes an amber, very balsamic and also resinous. But as I said, top and heart notes, when those blend together, it was very magical to me. I really loved the stage. For me, it's very green, and the several times I was wearing it, I also got a kind of a Christmassy vibe. Almost like I'm smelling fresh, very fresh, frosty, green Christmas trees. I don't know where that was coming from, but most likely it was from the aromatics and the spices in here, including the anise and the licorice root that's in here. So I mentioned in the video, I really love these notes. I grew up on them. I really love them as a taste. It's a flavor. I was given a lot of it when I was young for tummy aches, and here it's really, really prominent, and it's nicely blended with the aromatics and the spices. When you first spray the fragrance, there is that kind of like pungent, smoky experience from the frankincense oil, because there's frankincense oil in the top notes, but it becomes bright. Lots of spices, pungent spices, fresh spices. So the fragrance itself is very fresh, spicy in the top and the heart notes. Of course, there's a little bit of the citrusy touch there as well. But eventually, lots of aromatics, the basil in the top notes, and then of course the lavender comes in as well in the heart notes. And then there's that prunol, which Cecile mentioned is like plum. So there's definitely like a little bit of a plumminess here, along with that fenugreek, which to me, fenugreek is kind of like a cross between an herb, spice, anise, fennel kind of a thing, which is here as well. So it's a really, really great stage for me when it's in the top and the heart notes. But eventually the fragrance dries down to an amber. It's very, very balsamic, kind of dark, a little vanillic, a little resinous, but just an amber experience with the tobacco-ish touches. So those are my thoughts on this fragrance. I recommend you try it. This isn't like any other tobacco fragrance I've experienced. It's very complex. And as I was saying, the top and the heart notes are magic for me. For me, it took me to a very holiday-ish vibe. I don't know why I got that, especially Christmas trees. But definitely get your nose on it, try it. And of course, as I said, come and see me at Neiman Marcus on September 10th. I'll be there from 1 to 5, you know, previewing Royal Tobacco for you guys. So if you're interested in coming and checking it out, make sure you contact Neiman Marcus and ask for Tammy and tell them you want to come in and see me at Neiman Marcus for the launch of Royal Tobacco. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Get your nose on it and see what you think about it. Maybe you have a different opinion on this particular fragrance, but do get your nose on it and do let me know what you think about it. If you have already sampled it, put a comment down below. Other than that, guys, thanks so much for watching this very long video on Royal Tobacco from Amouage. Please like this video, please share it, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.
Thank you. That's great. It smells fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love licorice. I rarely see it in fragrances. It's one of my favorite notes.
Oh.
Licorice and anise together. I love them.
Oh, so then you're, yeah, it's quite there.
Well, okay. I like a lot of notes. A lot of people think I like everything, but I don't really like too many animalics and strange fragrances. But I really love licorice and anise. It's just because I had it so much as a little kid.
Exactly. That's so powerful. That's what we were mentioning before, the childhood memories. It's so powerful that it immediately bring back some powerful, good, positive memories. So
that's what I like about fragrances. It reminds me, scent memories are amazing. It'll remind you of a trip that you've been on, that you smelled something, or childhood memories, or your mom or dad if they've passed away.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
yeah, it's quite amazing what they do. And this one, yeah, brings back memories of my childhood.
So far you do like it.
Of course. I like the whole grassiness because I haven't experienced, there's this herbal grassiness when you first spray it. And immediately it goes into that green kind of anise, licorice, lightly booziness. But I feel like when you first spray it, it's also got that smoke, like there was something smoky about it, a little rough. And I feel like I'm looking at the notes here. There's the Elemi up top and also the frankincense up top too. So it was combined with the anise and the brightness of the basil. Because you said basil was there.
Yes.
And then, of course, it also says bergamot. So there is a freshness up there.
Yeah, that was really the idea. And then like you can see that the frankincense and the smokiness is coming, but kind of hidden in the first stage, like you can feel it that it is there, but it will come later. And
How much longevity do you get with this on you?
It's really, really long. I mean, that was kind of, Renault really, it was kind of something to push to have something that is really vibrant, vertical, powerful, and has this sillage, that will really, that you can really smell. So I think we work quite hard on the long lastingness and the longevity, and so far that's all the feedbacks also that I had. It's super powerful.
Yeah. And it's already selling everywhere now, right?
It's starting because I think it's it takes time,
in your part of the world.
But I think it's starting now. I mean, they were sending directly from the website, but I think in point of sale it's starting right now, or almost, I think.
Okay. And it's going to launch. I'm going to launch it with Amouage on the 10th, guys. Come by and see me and smell the new Royal Tobacco.
Yeah, that's great. And anyway, let me know about it and how people reacted about this. It's always so good to have live comments and reaction and feedbacks from the people.
Yeah. I will. I'll post about it.
Perfect.
Cool. All right.